Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be birthday messages for Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your birthday reading. How are you guys doing? I hope you are doing well. All right, guys. First, an apology. This video is coming out about a day later than it should have. Scorpio birthday season starts on October 23rd. I'm filming this on October 24th. So I do apologize for missing those who were born on the first day of the Scorpio time frame during the year. If you saw, I posted on my community page that I had jury duty this week. I'm still in jury duty tomorrow. So that kind of really wonked around with my schedule a little bit because I'm watching this trial later than I am ever staying at work, really. So anyway, so I apologize for missing out on posting this on the 23rd. So hopefully, Scorpio, you can forgive me. Please, please, please forgive me. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a fantastic birthday no matter what day it is, whether it's the 23rd or the 15th of November or, you know, the 29th of October. It really doesn't matter to me. I just hope you have an amazing time and you're surrounded by people who know and love you and care for you and support you and all that good stuff, okay? All right, Scorpio, let's get into it. I haven't seen you guys in a year for this particular reading, so let's see what shakes out for you this time around. It will cover your birthday period, again, from October 23rd going through November 21st, so just what's going to happen in your season, all right? Make sure you like, share, subscribe if you like what's here. And anything else? Oh, right. Be on the lookout. I'll post a video about it. I will go live somewhere around the middle of the Scorpio season. I'll go live on the channel and I'll answer Scorpio questions only. So I know a few of you guys showed up, I think in the Libra video, and you're like, oh, I'm a Scorpio. I was like, I'll see you next month. So I hope to see some of you people there who came to the live for Libra. And I'm also going to do, during Thanksgiving week, so basically right after your birthday period, I'm going to do another live. That's for everybody because the channel has grown so much, and I really appreciate everybody's help and joining in and becoming subscribers to my channel, new clients. So I just wanted to give something back to show appreciation. You'll see a post about that or a video about that where I'll announce an actual date on that, okay? All right, anything else? Not really. This one goes a little bit different than my generals or any other reading. I do the shuffling live here, and then I do it, you know, each card one by one. So there will be a timestamp if you don't know that already, if you want to go ahead and fast forward to actually when the reading begins. Also, down in the description box is going to be the information you need if you want to get a personal reading with me. And without further delay, let's get into it. All right. Do I want a bridge? Yes, thank you. Scorpio messages during their birthday season, please. Another bridge? Yes, thank you. Whoa, that was poor. We're going to do that over because that was a bad bridge. It was a bad bridge. Naughty bridge. Another? No. Okay, let's get into it. Birthday messages for Scorpio, please, during their birthday season, October 23rd through November 21st. Show me. Oh. No? Okay. One more. Show me. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No bottom of the deck in the birthday reading, guys. There will be an oracle at the end for you. All right. So it's sort of in that shape that I want it to be in. Let's go ahead and flip everything else that came face down. That's very good. Oh, no. Actually, there's nothing to be oh no about, I don't think. It all looks pretty simple to me. And it sort of kind of is in the shape that I want it to be in. How's it look on camera? Looks good. We did it. All right, Scorpio, let's get into it. There are 6 positions here, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Each position has a specific meaning. So your first card in your first position is the Two of Pentacles, But you can consider this position, you can kind of consider your past, Scorpio, what you're bringing into your present moment. It's an energy that you're already familiar with, and it might be something that you're possibly struggling with or you need to have resolved before your birthday period is done. So, Two of Pentacles. Stuck? Okay, they want to say stuck. Because I didn't feel a stuck energy, but they want to say stuck. So maybe you're stuck having to choose between two things, between two options, between two particular life moves. You might be stuck if this is about interpersonal relationships. You might be stuck between two people. If you're stuck between two people, there will be some of you who, it's not about choosing between two people. You're like literally stuck between two people who are like arguing with one another, something like that. But regardless, the Two of Pentacles, we often interpret Scorpio as being unable to choose or feeling overwhelmed with choice. Maybe not overwhelmed, but definitely feeling preoccupied with choice. Like, you know you have to choose, you know you have to make a decision, you know you have to kind of go in one direction versus the other, even though either choice might have pros to it or pros and cons to it. You know what I mean? I think many of you have been looking for guidance. There's like a little faint, it's not actually a rainbow, but there's like some kind of arch, some kind of colored arch between his hands. And I feel as though that many of you have been looking for insight, spiritual insight, as into how to make this decision. How do I choose between this or that? How do I choose between this person or that person? Or how do I mediate or negotiate the relationship that I'm sharing with two people? Because like in that situation where you're between two people and they're kind of at odds with one another, it feels like friendship or family. And now, okay, now they're bringing in that one. In some cases, this is actually like you're dating two people or you're interested in two people, you have feelings for two people. And it's interesting. In that case where your feelings are involved, whether it's a romantic relationship or a friendship relationship, whatever it is, Scorpio, the backdrop of your consideration or what is vexing you, thank you, what is vexing you is the material world. The Pentacles deals with material, right? So that's money, those are your possessions, the things that you place value on that you can physically touch with your hands, right? Also can be time, because that's something that we value here in the 3D world, in the earthly plane, but we don't actually hold time, although it's all around us and we do value it, right? So in the case of people where you're dealing with, you know, dating partners, friendships, family ties, what have you, the material world has a lot to do with your decision. What I'm getting is, for some of you, issues of travel, because we see in the background, we've got that boat there, or not even a boat, a ship, right? So we got this ship sailing on the waters there. So something about like traveling or movement is involved. So I'm thinking, it could be, in some of your cases, the issue is spending time or having time to go and visit someone and having to choose whether to stay home and tend to, like in the case, let me just pull an example. This might resonate for a few of you. Let's say you're married or you're with a long-term commitment partner and your family lives several states over. It's a matter of you want to go spend time with your family, but your spouse isn't necessarily on board with that, or you have to prioritize your own family and your parents or your siblings are saying, hey, when are you going to come home and visit mom and dad? Or when are you going to come home and visit your nieces and your nephews? And it's like this, I want to be there. I want to spend time with my natural born family, but my family through marriage is really taking up my time. And I would have to travel, you know, like I said, several states over. That's just a very blanket example. So I hope you can pull something out of there if that works for you. If it's not about actual physical movement, I do sense it's about money. So that I think would apply more to those who are dating. Aha, there we go. Thank you. Okay. Listen, Scorpio, I get it. What they're showing me is like this is so cliche. It is so cliche, but they're showing me like and I'm just going to use this as an example. Please swap the genders around, assign your sexuality, your preferences, do all that stuff that you need to do. But what they're showing me is a woman, like sort of like a dating show, like, you know, freaking Love Connection, or, you know, whatever dating shows they used to have on television, right? And they're showing me like this woman standing there, and there's like bachelor number 1 and bachelor number 2. And bachelor number 1, he's like really clean cut. He looks, you know, he's very handsome, you know, strong jaw, nice haircut, nice clothes. And, you know, on those shows, they're like, and tell our single woman here, what would be the perfect date? Tell her what the perfect date would be. And this guy is like, I'll take you out. We'll go to the finest dining. We're going to go here. I'll take you up to the top of the Empire State Building, and I'll do this, and I'll do that, and I'll do this, and I'll do that. I'll do all these material things for you, right? Bachelor number 1. Bachelor number 2, not as clean cut, a decent shirt and pants kind of deal, like maybe a nice button down. The first guy is probably like in like a designer shirt with like, you know, polished shoes and everything. His hair's all manicured and everything. And then you go to bachelor number 2, and he's just like, I would just want to walk with you down the pier. We could stroll in the park. Maybe we'd go, you know, down to this local taco place I know. Like real low key, not wine and dining. He like wants to spend time with you. With the first guy, he's like, I want to show you a good time. I hope you get the difference. Basically, you've got this guy who comes from money and the trappings of success, the trappings of material wealth, and then you have this other guy who just wants to connect with you, right? Please reassign the genders and the sexualities. So that's what I'm getting for those who are caught between 2 people in a dating situation. One who has a little bit more access to the world, whether they have more money, whether they have more experience, whether they have a better paying job, they might own a home, they might have a car. Bachelor number 2, he might be renting. You know, he might be living with relatives. He might be in between jobs right now, whatever. And they're both viable candidates to you, Scorpio. Now, given that it's the 2 of Pentacles, and I told you that in all of these cases of you being caught between making a decision, the material is very important to you. The 2 is like, obviously, in tarot, it's the next step up from the ace. Aces are all about the initial state, the initial stage, the foundation, or the planting of a seed, right? This is when the seed begins to bud just a little bit, pokes a little bit out of the dirt. Given that this is Pentacles, it's very important for you, Scorpio, that your material world be taken care of. Now, I'm not sitting here accusing you of anything. I'm not here to pass judgments. But what I do sense is that you don't even want to have to make that decision based on material things. Like the fact that your security, stability is not on the line. I don't want to say it's like on the line in that you don't have anything. Like whoever you are, Scorpio, I think you're fine by yourself. I think that you're looking for someone to complement to your life, or be able to be on your level, or be able to, you know, provide you with things that you may not have had before, or things that you don't want to have to worry. There you go. You don't want to have to worry about it. So there's something about, I don't want to have to worry about bills or this or that in terms of material things. However, I can tell you your heart's not in that. Most of you, at least. So bachelor number 1 sounds great on paper. It's got a fine job with insurance, and he's got a 401k. He's got a timeshare. He's been to several countries abroad. He's like, I'll take you over here. I'll take you over there. Da 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 da. It all sounds good on paper, but what's the quality of his character? You much prefer the character of bachelor number 2. Again, reassign the genders. It could be bachelorette number 2. You could be bachelor number 1 and then bachelorette number 2. Like you could be between people of 2 genders. It really doesn't matter. But the first person, they have the external shit that matters to you. But the internal stuff, you're just like, you know, he's decent. But bachelor number 2, you're like, oh my God, Just like, it's like a more of a romantic tie to the second person, right? But what your mind or what your surroundings are telling you, or based off your history, you're like, I really need stability though. I really need somebody who has like a solid address. I don't need somebody who's in between jobs. I'm not here to tell you what to do with that, but that's what I'm feeling. So that's what you're dealing with in the past. Your second position, you might as well consider it your present. It's what you're sort of going to be dealing with during your birthday period. Ah, what is that? Oh my God. Oh my God. I thought I had a bug crawl up my arm. It was, you ever get like a loose string on your shirt? That's what happened. Something brushed up against my skin. I was like, oh shit. Anyway, this is what you're going to be dealing with during your present moment, during your birthday period. It's very focal to what you're concentrated on. It's either going to hinder you or help you. Ten of Cups feels like it could help, but I'm going to tell you, in some of your cases, you're going to, you already have this. In many of your cases, you already know what this Ten of Cups looks like. In other cases, you're kind of formulating this. You're kind of puzzling it out. You're kind of beginning to see this take shape in your life. In other cases, this is like very fantasy, and you might struggle to find a way to get legs up under this to actually make it a part of your reality. So the first part, or excuse me, the first group of Scorpios that I feel here, you already know what your Ten of Cups is. You know, that whole dating bachelor situation, that might not apply to you. You could be married but still have some Two of Pentacles stuff that you're dealing with. Like I said, traveling between your home and your family home, and, you know, visiting relatives that you haven't seen and all that kind of stuff. It could be, just quickly to go back there, this could be about financial investments, where to put your money or how to invest your money. Yeah. It could be also, just to go back there for two more seconds, like for those that are married, this could be about that's not clear. Please clear that up, please. I did say that, but like movement, like actual movement, like where to move next. Like maybe you're going to buy another home, like, or sell your first home and then upgrade to a bigger home, something like that. So for that first group, that you're more settled, the decision is really more purely financially based, or based on the practicalities of time and keeping with schedules and keeping with, you know, maybe family tradition of coming home for the holidays or visiting at least once a year to your parents, whatever. You kind of already have that Ten of Cups feeling at home. You might be married, you might not. You could be solo dolo, but you have like a steady partner or something. I don't know. But there is, for that first group, a need to connect. You need to catch up with those that make up your Ten of Cups. So that could be your current partner, or the person that you primarily live with, or the person that you're married to. It could be, like I said, these estranged relatives, those that you only see a few times a year. Maybe, you know, you were supposed to visit over the summer. Things got busy and hectic in your life and you just couldn't. And now you need to make up for lost time, right? With the Two of Pentacles there. So you actually have to prioritize your time to go and visit with your extended family or your biological family that you were born into, right? So that's the first group. The second group, where this is, I feel strongly the second group is outweighing the first and the third group, just to be clear. Now the second group is basically oh my God, it's about to flow right out of my mind. It did. It flew right out of my mind. They do that to me. They're like, anyway, the second group I feel is more like that dating group where you're between two people or even more people, you know, that is very plausible. And that is it. Thank you. Because now I remember the third group. Got it. The second group, I think you're considering, not that this second group is necessarily looking for this to happen in a dating scenario. But let's say you're in your 20s or your 30s and you've had relationships and maybe you've been single for a while, or maybe you've just broken up with someone. It doesn't really matter. You're thinking, what does this mean to me? What does the Ten of Cups mean? Happy family, by the way. Happily ever after, happy family. Dreams come true is another thing that I often will use when I talk about the Ten of Cups. And you're like really trying to figure out, what does that look like? Coming from a place of maybe indecision, or maybe juggling between, like I said, dating partners or relationship partners, and not ever, possibly in some of your cases, never really committing. That's a whole thing that I think not just Scorpios, but a lot of people are going through. It's like, I date, but I'm not ever committed to anybody. I dated this person for a few months, nothing happened. I move on to the next person. Maybe we went out on a couple of dates. It never really got off the ground. And then I move on to the next person. We spend 6 months together, but then he or she just suddenly got crazy and I had to ghost them, had to cut them off. That's dating to a lot of people these days. So the Ten of Cups is a very hefty card in terms of fulfillment, right? We're at the culmination point in this cup suit of fulfillment, emotional happiness. How do I get there if every person I date ends up fizzling out? It's a dud, it doesn't get off the ground, or they turn into a crazy person and I have to block them on my social media. How could this even be feasible if I can't find a person of quality? Or you might be turning that question inward. Is it me? I'm not saying it's you, by the way. I'm not trying to point fingers around here, even though I'm pointing at the camera. But I'm really not trying to point. But this is what I think this second group is doing. You're really pondering, what does the Ten of Cups mean to me? On this card, unlike the traditional tarot, there's just two women sitting in a garden doing needlework, hanging out with an orange cat. In the traditional tarot, you see a man and a woman holding hands, linking hands, and there's a rainbow overhead where the cups are, similar to this card, and there are children playing in the meadow. So that's that traditional, marriage, 2.5 kids kind of feel. What's this? Roommates for life? Maybe that's your shit. Maybe that's it. Maybe I don't want to be married or long-term committed to anybody. Maybe I just want to continue dating around and be fulfilled that way. Or you're like, I don't know, maybe I want to do I talk about them all the time as if they're the holy grail of this. I don't know. But maybe you want to do a Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell kind of thing, where they're together forever. They've been together, what, 30, 40 years or some shit like that? But I don't believe they're technically married. Yet they're one of the most recognizable, at least in Hollywood, long-term committed couples. You see what I mean? And they're successful and they're happy, assumingly, right? So second group, you're just in this big question mark of, if this is to become a reality, what will it look like? I don't fucking know. Not me, you're saying that. I don't know. Because maybe you do want the 2.5 kids and the husband or the wife or whatever it is, right? Maybe that is your idea of the Ten of Cups. But like I said, every person you date, every person you meet, every person you're being set up with, every person that you swipe right on is just no, they're not good enough. Or I'm not good enough. Or I think they're good enough and then they turn out to be a weasel. It's just unfathomable to you. You cannot understand how to get there. So that's going to be a problem. Third group. I think this third group can be a combination of the first or the second. Meaning, internally, you might come from the first group, again, committed, married, you kind of already have something similar to this, or you're in a situation that might look like this to other people, or whatever. Second group, you're like, I don't know how to make this happen. This third group, some of you are in that first or second group, but you don't believe this is ever going to happen for you. Meaning, if you're in a relationship, I don't care how long you've been together, I don't care what your marriage status is, right? Your partner might be brimming with this Ten of Cups, and you're just like, but I don't feel that, right? If you're in the second group, Everybody who meets you says, oh my God, Scorpio, oh, you're the perfect match for me. I would love to meet you, or I would love to marry you. I would love to take you home to meet my parents, and we could do this together. And they're just like already building to this future point, and you're just like, I don't feel that. I don't see how that can happen. And you're just like squashing it. You're maybe not squashing it. There's some kind of barrier where you're not even going to allow yourself to fantasize about what the other people are seeing. Scorpio, you're perfect. Scorpio, I think you'd make an amazing father. Scorpio, I think you'd make an amazing mother. Scorpio, oh my God. If it's not romantic, this could be, you know, platonic. Oh my God, Scorpio, we're going to be best friends forever. And you're like, we just met. I don't know. No. No. You know, or, you know, that somebody could be saying that to you, like, oh, Scorpio, I'm so glad that we've been friends for the past 8 years. And you're just like, oh, we're going to be best friends forever. You're going to come to my wedding. And you're like, no, I don't think I want to come to your wedding. Like, I like you, but why do I have to come to your wedding? It's like you are, this third group is like really pessimistic about what the Ten of Cups is and what it means. And some of you feel unworthy of the Ten of Cups, if I'm honest. In the third group, you feel unworthy. You feel it's not possible for you. You don't believe in it. Because what phrase did I use? Happily ever after? Dreams come true? You're just like, bullshit. Bullshit. Okay, this third group. Oh, boy. That's interesting. There's not much else to say about that, I don't think. Third group, that makes me sad. Because I'm an optimistic person. Most times, not all the time, clearly. Now your third card, if you're catching on to the pattern here, Scorpio, is basically your future. It's what's coming towards you. It is what might be helping you in the future, what might be hindering you in the future. Something to look forward to or maybe to expect. Now, interesting. We've got the Ten of Cups in that present. What will come to you. And by the way, let me go back here really quickly. It's not a card of celebrations, but because it is your birthday season, and I did mention here about family and traveling. So some of you might, you know, be going home, or people are coming to you to wish you well on your birthday, planning parties for you, cutting cake for you. Please have cake and ice cream. It's the best dessert. I love it so much. So that could be something enmeshed or as a part of that Ten of Cups. Like your family comes together to wish you well, your husband or your wife or your boyfriend, your girlfriend, they take you out to Cheesecake Factory, you know, all the wait staff comes over and they sing to you, happy birthday to you, you know, do all that shit. Whatever. That could be there. Now, moving on to your present moment, or excuse me, your future moment. Nine of Cups. You know, listen, third group is going to have a problem here. First and second. Let's go with first and second. First group, please. Yeah, man. First group is happy. And I gotta tell you, you know, I don't remember all my readings, but I'm remembering as this goes on. Scorpio has been in it in most of the readings I've done, I think. I don't think you've had an overly positive reading for a while. So the first group is the minority. I'm just going to lay that out there. This group that is happy in their home life, happy with their finances, happy, or at least not happy, but fulfilled, contented, at ease, not really wanting for much. This first group with this Nine of Cups has more good shit coming. I feel that this first group with this Nine of Cups is in a head space and a heart space that's going to bring fulfillment or bring more positive things to them. With the Nine of Cups, I think that we're talking about personal wishes, personal goals that maybe you've set for yourself, first group of Scorpios. So it could be, you know, you were hoping to receive a certain gift on your birthday, you get the gift, or you saved up enough money, or you've invested enough in this and that now you get to maybe, you know, take a solo vacation. Whether you're married or not, it doesn't matter. Whether you're committed or not, it doesn't matter. But I feel that you're able to give yourself something that you've worked for or that you've wished for. That's for the first group. Anything else for the first group? Yeah, and other people will give things to you too. Like I said, giving you a gift, taking you out, showing you affection. This sometimes just, again, it is cups. So it's about emotional attunement. Is that the word I want? Sure, we'll go with attunement. But if this is dreams come true, this is wishes come true, right? Isn't that what I say? Yeah, wishes come true, dreams come true. Or wish fulfillment, that's how I say it. Wish fulfillment with the 9 of Cups, dreams come true with the 10 of Cups. So again, it's not about money, but I do feel you're getting like paid out in some type of way. This first group of Scorpios, you're getting paid out in some type of way. So maybe, like I said, you've set a goal for yourself. So maybe some of you have set a personal goal, like a weight loss goal, or maybe you're creative, because Cups can talk about artistry. So maybe you're a creative person, so you wanted to maybe write a book. Maybe now during your birthday period, you're like putting the finishing touches on your first edit run through, and soon within the rest of sometime maybe by the end of the year or into 2020, you're going to see publication, something like that. It's around the corner, or it's very much like right in the palm of your hand. Whatever you've been wishing for, again, first group, it's coming. Second group, boy, well, you get a wish, you do. Might be a present similar to the first group. You might get presents and gifts that you've asked for, or that you've invested in, or put money aside for yourself. You might reward yourself if you're in this, you know, I'm dating. You might go on a dating hiatus and like take yourself on a like sexy little vacation for the weekend. Just like, you know, I'm just going to go to Vegas by myself and just have a good time. Or, you know, you call up that one friend who's, and you're just like, listen, you, me, let's go tear Vegas up a little bit. And you just go and you have like a hedonistic time, whatever your version or definition of hedonism is, okay? Second group, anything else? Yeah, okay, now let's rewind it way back to our bachelor and bachelor number 1, bachelor number 2 dating show scenario, right? I don't think, if you come to a decision, this is specific for people that are between 2 or more people. You know, let's keep it like feasible. Let's say 2 to like 4 people. If you go 5, 6, 7, I can't help you. But those who have like strong feelings for at least 2 people, if you go with one of them, it will be a dream come true, or excuse me, a wish fulfillment. It will be a wish fulfillment. But this is still a problem, Scorpio, because you're unsure. You're unsure. And I mean, how can I put this for you guys? Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. That got specific. Now, I want to get to that second. Let me finish up with the freelancers. I'll call you freelancers right now. The free agents. There you go. The free agents. For those where you're totally free agents, you're not committed to anybody. You go for one or the other. The one that you think will make you happier, if that's what you choose. Because again, a lot of you are like, I need stability. I don't need anybody who doesn't have a solid job or doesn't have a place of their own. Something like that. I understand that. I understand that concern. If you do go for the person who is less stable, because again, I told you, I just feel most of you have more of a connection with that person, that bachelor number 2, Mr. I just want to walk with you and hold hands with you and just stroll with you and talk to you until 2 in the morning. You know, the other guy's like, we'll hit up all the coolest spots and I'm going to take you to VIP, you know. So let's say you go with bachelor number 2. Your wishes will be fulfilled. But because you in the second group are not sure that this is possible, it's like, it's not, okay, I'm going to use this word, but it's only in this, in referring to the numbers. You have downgraded from a 10 to a 9, not downgraded because of your choice. You've downgraded because of the, yes, got it. Got it. You could have had this if you went with bachelor number 1. You could have had the picture perfect version of a relationship where your partner and you have stability and you can take nice vacations, you go out to nice dinners, you don't have to worry about bills, they take care of you. Maybe there is some type of emotional connection, but that happened before this. Does that make sense? If you went with bachelor number 1, you would have gone with what looks good on paper first. Oh God, how can I put it? I hope you're getting what I'm saying. But if you go with bachelor number 2, you get that emotional connection first. Maybe the 10 of Cups comes later in the future. I don't know. This is one reading out of what? Your entire life? So that's the downgrade. You're not at the tippy top yet, but you're like so close to it. Maybe in the future, you and bachelor number 2 can build to the 10 of Cups. And it might be better than what you would have had if you chose bachelor number 1. I hope that makes sense. Now, to that more specific case, here's what they showed me. They showed me someone who already has the 10 of Cups, like I said. Oh God, you guys are going to have a long reading. Per usual, Scorpios, you guys get so much information out of me. You already have some connection. You might be married. You might have kids. You might not be married but have kids. You might be married but no kids. You might be married but separated. Whatever. You have already something in your life or other people in your life that make up the traditional version of what the 10 of Cups is. 2 people holding hands in a meadow with 2 kids playing off to the side. Little dogs also there. Happy rainbow full of cups, right? What looks picture perfect. Some of you have exactly that or some portion of that already in the second group. But you want, or you may find yourself leaving that situation to go towards wish fulfillment, either with another person or by yourself. Either way. Oh, Jesus. That's like so specific. And that again would be a downgrade. And I'm saying downgrade again because of the number. In the first time I said it. Now I'm saying it downgrade because either you or people around you will say, why did you do that? Why would you leave all of that for this? Why would you leave her or him for that person over there? Why would you walk away from your kids to do that? Whatever. It's too many messages to give anything other than what I think you're going to receive from people. Now, the reason for group number 2, in this subset of group number 2, for you to do it, for all number 2, is the wish fulfillment. I'm happy. Look how happy this guy is. Look at him. Holding up that damn cup, smiling like that, grinning like that, so happy. For this second group, which you're like the median, you're like the intermediate between group 1 and 3. You have some taste, some like sampler taste of happiness, but it's not full. So you might have to take a step back, step down, step away, step here, step there, whatever, to begin to come back towards the 10 of Cups. I hope that makes sense. Third group, Lord. Third group, my pessimistic people in the third group. How are you? Oh, that's interesting. Again, remember I said some of you feel like you're not worthy of this, blah, blah, blah. You don't know how. You're just like, that's not going to happen ever. With this person, with that person, with these people, with those people. You're just like, never. It's not for me. Some of you will say, this is also not for me. Wish fulfillment. Nothing ever works out in my life. Everything I touch turns to poo-poo. Every time I try to look at the bright side of things, a dark cloud forms right above me and, rain pours down and wets my socks. You just don't have the best outlook. And I feel you may encounter a person, an opportunity that doesn't change your mind, but certainly comes in like this guy. Life is grand. Life is beautiful. Life is whatever you make of it. And this person may challenge you. That's interesting. Third group, you're getting like another person come into your life. Like, bang! Here I am. Positive Polly. I'm here to affect you in a way that you didn't expect, Scorpio. You're welcome. You know, it's kind of like that's how this feels. And they're doing it, they're not doing it like that. They're not announcing themselves to you in that way. But they come in and you're just like, huh. Maybe there's something to what this positive Polly is saying. I don't view this person as wish fulfillment for the third group. I don't think the third group has wished for much at all because, like I said, due to your past experiences, you feel you're damned, you're cursed, you're not ever fortunate or lucky, so you don't go wishing for things often. Yeah? You meet someone, maybe at an event. This guy looks like a barkeeper, looks like somebody who works in a brewery. Can't say that word right now. So maybe you meet them out at a festival, Oktoberfest. I'm sure, well, wait, it's almost, Oktoberfest is over, I guess. So, but there's still like, you know, tons of like fall festivals and shit. Excuses to drink beer and ale and mead and all that shit is happening right now. So you might, you know, Harry Potter, like where I am, there's like a lot of Harry Potter stuff that goes on in October and November. So you might meet someone out at an event like this and they just like, they don't change your life, but they make you, like, you know how a dog like tilts its head like, You know, it's like, this person and their energy, more than them themselves, but their energy, how they keep trucking along, how they keep feeling inspired or hopeful for the future. You're just like, it's something there about another person keys you into being a little less pessimistic. Maybe not optimistic, maybe not, you know, smiling at every turn, but being at least not so defeatist. Let's move on because I've spent forever with you, Scorpio. I don't mind it, but a girl has more jury duty tomorrow. Jesus. Your fourth card is the first gift or present that comes into your life. It's here to help you, here to it could be something that you've worked for, something that you have put effort towards. Maybe you've energetically called this into you. I don't know. Now, Knight of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be dealing with someone who is an air sign, but you don't have to be. Well, you want some get up and go, that's for sure. You want decisiveness. Yes, thank you. That makes sense. You want decisiveness so bad for yourself, for other people in this situation. Oh yeah, that was like one of the groups in the beginning, and I totally forgot about you. For the group that is like caught between two people who are arguing or who are at odds, or you know, you're having to navigate those waters of friendship or family dynamics. You just wish people would like make up their minds. But for the majority, that's like for a few people being caught between two people who are like at odds with each other, right? For the majority of you Scorpios, you want this decisiveness and this action, this ability to take action, this ability to kind of call a spade and be forthright and just kind of walk into a room, walk into a situation and not demand, but certainly be clear with what you want and have people say, okay, Scorpio, I heard what you said that you want. I heard what you said that you need, and here's what I can do for you, or here's what I'm, you know, having that clear dialogue. You want that ability for yourself, most of you. Or you're dealing with someone who's like this. In most of your cases, this is what you want for yourself. And I like that. Because it touches, you know, these two cards. In this reading, the cards that touch are interrelated. Right? So the Knight of Swords touches the Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. So this point where we started coming from your past position of indecision, to remedy that, let's make some goddamn decisions. No offense to anybody with the Lord's name. I apologize if you're sensitive to that, but I'm not, so that's why I said it. Now, let's make some decisions here, Scorpio. This is what you're saying to yourself. I gotta just do it. In some of your cases, that might be what you're saying. I just gotta do it. I gotta make this choice. Bachelor number 1, bachelor number 2. Go visit my mom over Thanksgiving break or over Thanksgiving holiday and not, you know, stay home and, you know, like maybe that's it. Maybe you're putting your foot down in your marriage. You know, the past 4 years, we haven't gone to my family's house for the holidays. Boom, put your foot down. We're going to my family's house this year. Like, that's it. It's not fair, or they've asked us to come, and every year you make me make excuses, you make me say this, and I'm not going to do that this time. We're going to my family's house, and your spouse is just like, but babe, but oh, and I'm, you know, and it's just like, no, it's just not fair that we always stay here, or your family comes here, my family can't travel that far, you know how it is for my parents, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, no, we're doing what needs to be done, and we're going to go visit my parents this year. Something like that. You know, like I said, the second group, bachelor number 1, bachelor number 2, make a clear-cut decision. All right, I'm going for bachelor number 1. Like, I cannot, many of you are going to side with, I cannot be led by my heart right now. Mama Scorpio, Papa Scorpio needs their bills paid, or needs someone who can pay their own bills in their life. I don't need people in my life who are uncertain with their finances. Others of you can be like, nah, man, I need bachelor number 2. I'm tired of, you know, just dealing with people who only put money first in the relationship, or think that the way to my heart is to buy me tons of gifts. I don't care about that. I want someone who will want to spend quality time with me, who wants to understand me, who wants to connect with me on a spiritual, soulful level, who wants to have an intellectual conversation. They're not coming over just to blow my back out. That would be nice. That would be nice. But if he wants to get, you know, if he or she wants to have a spirited conversation beforehand, I wouldn't mind that either, right? So you know who you want to choose, or you will find out who you want to choose, right? That falls for that. Second group or third group, oh gosh. I think third group might want bravery, because the Knight of Swords is very brave, if not just for being impatient. He might be considered kind of brave. Not the bravest. I think maybe the bravest might be the Knight of Wands, but the Knight of Swords could be considered brave as well. And I think that the third group might just want to have something that drives them, to have something that pushes them forward. Not to say this third group of Scorpios are meek or timid. I don't think that's the case. I think that maybe you're feeling uninspired, and you're feeling listless, or you're feeling not stimulated. The Knight of Swords is very stimulated mentally. He's very stimulated in his physical body. All knights move. All knights indicate some type of action taking, right? So I think the third group is just kind of floating by in life, or you've kind of put yourself on the bench, or you feel that life and circumstances have put you on the bench, and this guy's like, put me in, coach. I'm ready. I'm ready to do something. I'm ready to make shit happen. He can be a troublemaker. He can be somebody that can be a little combative. So maybe in some of your cases in that third group, you may have held your tongue, and you might need to speak. You might need to give some harsh truths to people, or to yourself. This could be, you know, you getting honest with yourself and saying, you know what, third group Scorpios, we are just, we've been sitting idly by, being pessimistic, being defeatist, and that's bullshit. We're Scorpios. We need to do X, Y, Z. And, you know, you kind of give yourself a kick up your own butt and get yourself into gear. Now, how it connects to the Ten of Cups. Yeah, man. Making it happen. With the first group, it's easy. Here's what I feel the Ten of Cups is. Husband, wife, long-term boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever. My Ten of Cups means we give fairness to both sides of our families, or to both of our families. We go visit for the holidays, we invite them over to the house, or we invite friends over, whatever. You want to get clear with what you feel the Ten of Cups is between you and your partner, right? Or whoever is existing in your Ten of Cups. You could be solo dolo with your kids. This could be your kids who are like, I don't want to go to grandma's and grandpa's house for Thanksgiving. I don't want to go. You're going. You know why? Because in this family, this is the tradition that we value. This is the tradition we're going to uphold. And until you're 18 years old and you don't live in my house, you're going to do it this way, right? First group, easy. You're just getting clear with the people that already exist in your Ten of Cups vision, right? Second group. This is definitely, maybe even like literally, getting a list together. getting a clear vision on what that Ten of Cups is. Because again, I feel that second group, you're just like, is it this? Is this what is going to be my Ten of Cups? Are these the types of people? Is that the person I want in my Ten of Cups landscape? Is you know, it's like this really unsure energy, and you're really rewriting it. This is being definitive about rewriting it. This is maybe, like I said, literally getting a list together. Here are the people I want. I want my best friend Douglas. I want my best friend Karen. I want my best friend LaShonda. I want my best friend Randy. These are the people I want. Okay. I definitely want my sister there. She would be amazing. I don't know about my brother. He's kind of a dick. You know, whatever. You're literally going to envision who is going to be in your Ten of Cups. Whether that be your actual first intimate partner, extended family, friends, all of it, right? If you start in on a relationship with someone and you have long-term commitment in your mind, you're not futzing around. You know, Tinder, Plenty of Fish, all the dating apps have spurned you. You're just like, I'm over it. I'm over this casual shit. I'm trying to get serious. Or you never want to get serious, so you put that right out there. You start meeting people and they're like, well, so like, what do you see for your life like in the next 2 years? I see myself continuing to date. And they're like, oh, so you don't want to settle down? No, I do not. And you're just going to put it out there because, I don't know. You all have different ideas of what the Ten of Cups is in the second group, right? So if you want commitment from one person or the next person that you meet, you're just like, look, I'm trying to get settled within the next 5 years. Are you in or are you out? Up front, are you in or are you out? If they meet you, and they're kind of on that vibe with you, perfect, let's continue. And maybe we'll draw and we'll construct the Ten of Cups together. If not, see you later. We'll move on to the next. If you meet someone, you're like, I just want, you know, kind of just like free flow. I'm not really interested in monogamy, or I'm not interested in traditional relationships. And they're like, me neither. I also am open. Perfect. Let's draw Ten of Cups together. This is a negotiation, an open negotiation with the people that you meet, that you already know. For the people that you already know, friends and family, you're like, okay, these people can come along. Nah, cousin Cheryl, please go away. You're not in my Ten of Cups. I don't really like you. You know, something like that. Third group. I think this would be the application of logic to what the Ten of Cups is. This could be the awakening, sure. We'll go with awakening. This could be some type of self-realized, self-actualization, self-realization of, I have been looking at the Ten of Cups in a certain way, or I'm going to continue to look at it that way. Maybe you will realize the Ten of Cups requires some type of emotional commitment or emotional investment, emotional care and cognizance and awareness that you don't have right now. Some of you in this third group, some of you, like I said, I don't know if I assigned you guys to the third group, but maybe some of you have just been so, well, I did kind of say that. You feel so defeatist and that life just keeps handing you lemons and you're just like, I'm tired of drinking lemonade. A girl or a guy would just like a glass of water, for God's sakes. You know, so because you're realizing that your outlook on the Ten of Cups hasn't been the healthiest, you might put this on the back burner. You might be like, I cannot address it right now. Maybe I'll see it later this year. Maybe I'll see it next year in 2020. Not this, but I'll think about what that means to me. But I feel that for the third group, this barrier between the Ten of Cups and you will continue. And that's fair, especially if you have awareness. The Knight of Swords is very aware from a mental standpoint. He has awareness of what he thinks about a situation, what he thinks about a situation. He tries to come to it from a logical perspective. You know, maybe some of you know, I'm not emotionally available. I've been hurt in past relationships, or I've been, my relationship with my family is just the worst. It's too volatile. It's too ugly. It's too difficult to try and put a rainbow over it. So there's no reason for me to even kind of throw myself towards that type of, you know, optimism. Okay? Now, again, your fifth position is the other gift that's coming into your life, that's helping you. Might be what you've asked for, what you... What is that? Ooh, little tenseness in my jaw there. Something that might reward you, things like that. Three of Pentacles. What is that? Oh, man. I don't know if it's with you, or I feel like it's one of you later signs where my body gets like physically affected when I do your readings. Anyway, Three of Pentacles. So, here we go. Practical work. Often in the Three of Pentacles, you'll see more than one person, which will indicate teamwork. So I'm going to put that there for all of you guys. There might be teamwork involved, working with friends, family, commitment partners, you know, business partners, whatever, working towards a specific goal. Yeah. Especially with Pentacles, dealing with your money, dealing with finances, dealing with foundations. Yeah. I feel that for the first group, easily. You come to some type of easy negotiation, easy agreement with your partner. Easy agreement, like, okay, you make a good point, Scorpio. Not to say that they're going to concede and like come up to you like hat in hand. We're sorry that we didn't visit your family for the past 5 years. It's not going to be that. It's going to be like, no, you've made logical sense. You may have been a little agitated when you presented your argument, but it makes perfect sense. And to be fair and to kind of start this new agreement off on the right foot, let's do it your way, Scorpio. First group. Second group. Definitely putting in work. This feels more, especially in the second group, where money and what the other person brings to the table financially or in terms of their own personal stability, that being sort of focal for many of you in that second group. This feels like I'm only going to worry about mine. Because, again, if you're just dating, even though I know it gets that way sometimes, trust me, I know it gets that way sometimes, I feel that you're going to really try to mind your own business about your business. Not to say that you weren't before, but in some of your cases, the stability of the partner determined how you would move forward, right? I think you're trying to take that out of the equation or out of your consciousness. Because again, some of you, not all of you, are really interested in Bachelor number 2 who, you know, just isn't as gainfully employed and financially stable as Bachelor number 1. If you go with that person, you mind your business about their finances, right? You wish them well, you want to see them succeed, but it shouldn't. No. Take that out. No, it shouldn't. I think you're trying, maybe some of you are trying to convince yourself that it shouldn't preclude them from being a potential partner for you. It will be a struggle. Threes indicate work. We have to put effort into it, right? So you have to try to get over that. In other cases, for those who chose Bachelor number 1, this is you minding your own money, for sure. Some of you might be like, hold on. Okay. Thank you. See how he's holding like that one pentacle? He's not like admiring it, but he's like sort of presenting it. Oh, thank you. Got it. Somebody here, maybe a few of you, if you go with this Bachelor number 1 or this person or these people who have comfortability in terms of finances, I feel you're going to realize, or you're going to have a moment where you're like, they have about double what I have. Maybe not literally double, but you see how he's got the one pentacle, but the other 2 are above him? Yeah. That is a It's not a discrepancy as if you need to do anything about it. It's just the reality of it. The person that you choose to be with, the person that you pursue a relationship with, the person that you continue to have a relationship with, they have more than you do. They bring more to the table financially. Now, that could be a little dicey for some of you. Yeah? You will know if how you feel about it. Others will just be like, I don't care. He or she takes care of me. I'm cool with that. Third group. This is investing in yourself. This is maybe putting money towards a certain goal. Putting money away so that you can have it to rely on later. Or starting up on some type of development. Some type of developing something for yourself. Maybe a healthy eating habit. Because Pentacles, again, things that we value physically, that can mean your physical body as well. And that can apply to any other group. If you're in group number 1 and that sounds like you, perfect. So there's like a realization of I have to invest in me first before I can invest with anybody else. Now, how it trickles down for everybody. Again, you guys are going to have the longest reading, but hopefully you're still here. 3 of Pentacles for the first group. Like I said, you're investing with your family. You might be putting money away, so maybe the compromise is maybe we won't see my family, Scorpio's family, over Thanksgiving. Maybe we'll travel to see them for Christmas. Let's go ahead and start putting money away so we can get everybody, you know, tickets for airplane tickets so we can go home, or maybe, you know, whatever you're going to do. This is like actual feasible, calculated savings of money so that we can continue to support our 10 of Cups, okay? And that'll be a wish fulfillment for you because you want to stay connected with your family back home. You want your husband or your wife to still feel valued. You don't want them to feel like it's my way or the highway. You know, there's just a cognizant effort of let's put this together as a unit, as a family unit that we have created through marriage, through commitment, whatever. Let's go in it together. Let's be a team. Go team. Yeah? Second group. Still very similar. Some of you So, with Bachelor number 1, the one who has it all, you know, all the money, all the access, whatever, is well-to-do. And these are wonderful virtues in a partner, often. That person and you, I think you want to know what they think the 10 of Cups would look like. Does the 10 of Cups for them equal you and them? Does the 10 of Cups for them equal them being the breadwinner and your income or whatever you bring to the table being sort of supplementary? You want them to show their hand. What do you want to do with what you have? Am I included in that? Are we building towards something together? It's like it's really tentative because, and again, I'm not here to accuse anybody, and I don't feel this is Scorpio's MO, but some of you are afraid that this person, Bachelor number 1, is viewing you like a gold digger, or what's the equivalent for men? Like gigolos, maybe? I don't know. You don't want them to think I'm only interested in you for your money, for your house, for your car, for your clothes, nothing like that. That's not why I want to be with you. It helps. Let's not lie. It helps. But that's not why I want to be with you, primarily. But you have a suspicion that they may have that in their mind. You know? Something like that. If you chose Bachelor number 2. Again, change the genders if you need to. Okay? For those who are just like, oh, I'm not dealing with men. Okay, then you're not dealing with men. You're dealing with women. Like, who cares? For those who chose Bachelor number 2, you want to know. Same thing. I'm with you because I like you. And we have a rapport. We have a connection. If it's deep. And it goes deep. But what are you prepared to do, or what do you think you can do in terms of your finances to get to the Ten of Cups? Number one, in all cases, you want to know what the other person thinks the Ten of Cups is. With the Bachelor number 2, you're like, so how can you get that with what you have now? What are you, see, threes, we build towards something. What are your plans for the future? If we are dating now, and we both agree the Ten of Cups should exist in our lives, family, commitment, children, whatever, how do you get to it if you're working on such and such salary a year? You want to know what their game plan is. Again, this is dicey for group number 2, because you don't want to make it seem like you're being shallow. You want to be practical. This guy, plus the 3 of Pentacles, practical. Let's be honest about the practicalities of building a future together. Yeah? Trickling to the 9 of Cups. Let's see if I can get it for all of you, because this has gone on forever. 3 of Pentacles to the 9 of Cups. Yeah, that's more personal. This is more personal for all of you. How can I get my wish fulfillment in this? What do I need to do practically in the physical world? What do I have to do to make sure that happens? So group number 1, I said I wouldn't separate you, but here we go. Practical actions that you have to take to get your wish fulfillment. Book hotels, get, airline tickets, get new luggage because, the zipper on that last one got all wrecked and your husband or, didn't fix the zipper. So let's go down to Boscov's, or let's go over to Kohl's, or let's go down to Amazon and get some new luggage. I did this. I know you don't go down to Amazon. This is how you go down to Amazon, okay? Anyway, so that's how you do it. You take physical steps to make sure your plans go off without a hitch, that you can have that family reunion or that holiday time together. Let's get everything bought and paid for as soon as possible so that we're not rushing around last minute. This is very practical, very strategic, yeah? Second group, I think this is about you maintaining honesty with yourself, holding yourself accountable. So if you said, I'm not interested in you for the money, not that you're trying to prove a point, not that you're trying to sucker anybody, like I'm telling you I don't want you for your money, but that's a lot. No, it's you honestly want to maintain that for yourself. Do I want this person because they have status, because they have clout, because they have money, because they have cars and they travel all around the world? Is that why I want this person? You're really trying to hold yourself accountable to that. How do you do that? Maybe you open up your checkbook, not your checkbook, but you open up your accounts to them. Show them, this is what I make, this is what you make. So when I say, oh babe, I would love to go to dinner with you, or I would love to go there with you, if you're just dating this person, I would love to travel with you, but I can't afford it. Here is how I can't afford it. This is what I make. These are my bills. Not saying you have to do this, but you're prepared to show the receipts so that people, this person or whoever, doesn't think you're trying to gouge them for their money. I'm not a gold digger. Look at my bank statement. I'm not poor. I'm not out here looking for handouts, but I'm letting you know, you're saying, let's go to Ibiza over Christmas. I don't have Ibiza money. I got Miami money. I got Bahamas money. I ain't got Ibiza money. Something like that. Same thing if you chose Bachelor number 2. You might say, listen, babe, I want to go here for Christmas. And they're like, okay, let's go. But you're like, that's your heart saying that. Let's look at your finances, boo-boo. Do you financially have money to travel with me over here for Christmas? Well, let me see your bank statement. You're not demanding in either situation, but you want there to be clear honesty. The Knight of Swords, open book. Open book. Open book. Yeah? So you say, I want to travel, let's say you want to go to Rio. I want to go to Rio. I've never been international travel before. I want to go to Rio. And they're like, yeah, let's go. But baby, don't you know Rio is in Brazil? and we live in Minnesota? Do you have the finances to travel there? Being that you work 2 part-time jobs? And sometimes you Uber because you can't afford dinner? You know, you literally like put it to them that way. Let's be real and practical so that we can have wish fulfillment. I would love to go to Rio with you. Maybe we'll make it a 2020 goal. You know? All right. Let's finish this. Damn. Scorpio, you get me going. You get me talking. All right. Your 6th card. What comes at the top of a cake, Scorpio? It's the candle. So this is your wish. Whether you know it or not, this is your wish. And I kind of get that feeling. I've said a lot of shit that probably you haven't said to anybody. So this is your wish. This is, it comes to you from the universe, from the divine, whether you like it or not. It's what's deepest in you to desire, or it's deepest for what you want, or what you need, excuse me, what you need. 2 of Swords. Now, not the greatest wish to have. 2 of Swords. Oh, being blinded, being indecisive, even though here, I think it's a timing issue. Aha, thank you, got it. It's not that you don't want to make decisions, because we've talked about here and here and here, all the decisions and the needing to move forward, needing to be practical, all that stuff. I think that's what you know. But what you wish is not to have to deal with it. I get it. Fixed water, I understand. I got you. Fellow fixed sign, I understand. Fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, determination. We are determined. Let's go ahead and get it done. Water sign, sorry Scorpio, Scorpio, you're taking up all my memory. Let's finish this out. Okay guys, so as like I said, fixed sign, determined, right? All fixed signs are determined in their own ways, right? As a water sign though, the water quality is very much escapist. It's very flowy. It's like, it's very like hard to pin down. It's hard to get to a solid, right? It's liquid. Water is liquid. It's not a solid. You go to grab it with your bare hand, you will grab nothing. A little bit will be on your hand because it'll stick there and everything. But, you know, if you're like, let me grab a cup of water with my bare hand, you will not get a cup of water with your bare hand. You're going to get a wet, soaking hand. That's it. So there is a lack, not a lack, take that back. There's often trouble for Scorpios to get exactly what they want. The determination is there, the idea is there, the gumption, the fire, the fixation is there. Fixed quality, I'm telling you. All fixed signs get it. But given that you and Aquarius are the signs that sort of have no shape, if you really think about what air and water are, they really don't have shape. The ground, earth, it has a shape, you can see it, it's there. Fire has a shape. You know, it's a little bit easier to perceive those two. In my estimation, water and air, you and Aquarius, often struggle with actually getting something to take form in your real life, in your 3D life, yeah? So, your natural inclination, being water, escapist, is to say, but I don't want to have to do all of that. I want these things, but I don't want to have to do these things. Does that make sense? Oh, yes, yes. See, I confirmed for myself, because I feel as some of you were like, yes, I want those things. I don't want to have to do those things. Not because of laziness, not because of anything like that. It's mostly because of the work involved, the tension it's going to create, the drama it's going to create. Having to deal with other people because they're going to want to throw in their opinions and they're going to disagree with me, or they're not going to want to, you know, do this or do that. And then they're going to have to explain why they feel that way. And I don't want to hear their explanations. I just want to get to the end point. That's what this Two of Swords is. I want those things, but I don't want to have to deal with the actual then backtracking because somebody couldn't make up their mind, or, you know, you thought a conversation was over and then 2 days later your spouse is like, so I was thinking about what we talked about the other day, and you're like, fuck, I thought we decided. You know, this is the Two of Swords in your case. You wish that once a thing is said and done, it's said and done. So decide to go to your parents' house for the holidays. It's decided. You don't want to hear anything else about it. But your kids are like, we're going to Grandma and Grandpa's house this year? Why? Son of a bitch. Me and your father and me and your mother decided. It's none of your business. You're going. But you have to sit there and explain to the little kid, so we haven't seen Grandma and Grandpa for like the past 3 years. And it's, but I don't want, it's just like, you know? Another one. I could act these out all night, guys. Anyway, second group. You get to the point with bachelor number 1 or bachelor number 2. You're in it because you don't want their money. You just want to, you know, you like them as a person. You like their stability, but that's not the primary reason. A couple of weeks later, this person hits you up and it's just like, so I was thinking, I want to take you out, but because of that discussion, and you know, I felt kind of weird when you showed me your bank statement, and I don't know, like, I mean, it got me thinking. You're like, why are you thinking? Why are you thinking? We decided in a adult conversation where we just laid all our cards out on the table, and we decided, when I told you, and I was very honest with you, I'm not in this for your money. But they're like, but it got me thinking. Or, well, how about, you know, and they bring you some shit that they're concerned about. You don't want to hear anybody's concerns. Not because you're cold-hearted, not because you don't care. It's more of like a, once it's out in the, because it takes you a while. Thank you. Here we go. It has taken Scorpio. For those who may be cross-watching this, I don't know that many would. This has taken you a while to get to the point of expressing all the shit we talked about for the past, what, hour and a half? 2 hours almost? It has taken you forever to get to this point. So then to have to go back, reroute, and talk about things that you felt were settled days ago, weeks ago, months ago, however this is going to play out, you're just like, no. I'm crossing my arms in front of myself. No. I don't want to talk about that again. I don't want to revisit this again. I thought we moved past it. I have moved past it. Have you moved past it? You know, that it becomes a little irate, your Two of Swords at the top there. It becomes a little irate because this has been very sensitive to you. I think that's why it's taken me so long to talk about it. And I've talked about it with 3 distinct groups because Scorpio has been in their feelings about something, or will be in their feelings about something. Lots of cups on the board, right? And the practical ways, the pentacles, the practical ways and the ways that it's going to manifest in your physical life. And then having to communicate about that. This is a pickle for Scorpio. Because again, you might want the thing, but to actually want to do the thing, oh my God. You know, water signs, dreamer energy. All of you, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, dreamer energy. Not an accusation, not shade, just how you are. Dreamer energy. The thought of it in your mind is so much better than what you experience in reality. Thinking of having conversations with your spouse about, you know, making new traditions for the holiday, that always goes so well in your head because nobody talks back. And when they do talk back, you have a rebuttal and then they shut the fuck up. But in reality, we're sitting here for 2 hours talking about this, Tom. I want to go to bed. I don't want to talk about this anymore. You see what I mean? In your mind, the bachelor 1, bachelor 2, right? You decide on either of them, and it's a happy relationship. It just goes, it runs like a fucking movie. It runs like a rom-com. And you're just like, I made the right choice. But you get 2 months down the line, you're second-guessing yourself, or they're second-guessing you. And now you're having this weird passive-aggressive conversation through text about, well, it got me thinking when you showed me your bank statement, or it got me thinking about, you know, how come we have to go to Rio? And it's like, I just want to go to Rio. You know, it's just like, I don't want to deal with anybody else's shit. Two of Swords. Let's move on. Let's get out of here. You're due an oracle card. I'm going to go ahead and give you an oracle card. Pisces. See, I'm saying Cancer and Pisces. My bad. Scorpio. If any of this resonated, like, share, subscribe, comment, do all that fun stuff. Because I've had a ball reading this for you. I don't know that you're going to have a ball to experience this, but I would love to see it. Now, let's see what oracle deck you're going to get today. Which oracle deck for Scorpio during their birthday period, please? Show me. Okay, thank you. Is that right? Yes. Thank you. You're so good to me, guys. They've been so, like, they haven't interjected much tonight, but let me tell you, they've orchestrated, like, 90% of what I've said tonight. Oh, it's so interesting. I wish people could just, like, tap into my brain. One day, like, when I'm, like, 80 years old, they're going to have that technology, right? Anyway, this is the Divine Circus Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild, in case you're wondering. Oracle card for Scorpio, please. For their birthday period. October 23rd through November 21st for Scorpio. Oracle for Scorpio. Whoa. Oh, man. Yeah, good. Thank you. One card for Scorpio, please. Show me. How do people shuffle this deck if they've got smaller hands than mine? There it is. I don't know how they would. These cards are huge. Out of Darkness, card number 2. Number 2 might mean something to you. The number 2, maybe some of you were born on November 2nd. Shout out to November 2nd, Scorpios. And let's read a little bit from the book. Out of Darkness. A seed of new life is growing. Perhaps you cannot see it or feel it because the seed begins its journey to new life in the darkness, hidden away from sight and away from light. Pause real quick. At some point I mentioned something about a seed poking out through the dirt. I don't think it was like a huge pivotal point in this reading, but I just wanted to point that out. This seed is destined to bring new life to a situation that might seem to be dying, a fresh perspective to a stale problem. When the time is right, and that is fast approaching, the seed will push through, rise up, and reveal itself. It will no longer be just a seed, but a shoot that will grow into a plant and can then flower and bear fruit. It is not a question of whether or not it is going to happen. It is going to happen. It is just a matter of time. Whatever struggle or challenge is in your life or your heart right now, trust that it is going to work out. Not only that, but the very thing that seems to be darkest in your life, the most troublesome, is actually going to be what brings forth a beautiful gift of new life. In a strange way, it is actually trying to help you. It is assisting you in being ready to receive and experience new life, for something new to be born in you and in your life. This might be the realization of your own inner strength. Group number 3, your courage, the development of your belief, your courage, the development, oh my God, I hate the way some of these sentences are written in this book. Your courage, the development of belief in yourself, confidence to trust your instincts, or some other gift to yet be understood. That applies to all of you. In time, you'll see that those gifts developed in order to get through the darkness helped you step out of the darkness and into a whole new life. Soon you'll see there was an opportunity and even a blessing hiding in the troubles of your past, just waiting for the right time to transform itself into light and life. Beautiful. Scorpio. Now, we didn't talk a lot about darkness, but like I alluded to earlier when I was talking about the other readings I've performed recently for Scorpios, been pretty dark, been very heavy. So I know that's here. This is probably very much where your trajectory is going, where your progression is going. A lot more open, a lot more focused on happiness and how to actually create it, what it actually looks like in your life in practical senses, and the ability to openly communicate about those things. Despite, even though I know you wish it would be like that way, but it will be in despite of having to negotiate with other people or having other people push back against whatever you say or express about your own needs and your own wants or your own dreams and desires. Okay? We've been here forever. Hopefully you're still here. If you are, Scorpio, please like, share, subscribe. Let me know what's going on. with this reading. You can leave comments letting me know how it resonated. Like it if you liked me, if you like the content. If you want to support me, that would be great. Scorpio, with this reading, I'll see you in 2020, my friends. Maybe by then you'll have gone to Rio. I don't know. But like I said at the top, I'll see you guys soon for your November readings. I'll see you for the mids. I'll see you for your live session. I'm going to announce that on the channel, so please look out for that. So you can come into the chat room, ask me questions. I'll do live pulls for you with the different tarot decks that I have. And at some point, it went off pretty well. I will eventually do no communication reads again on the channel. So if you want to see any and all of that, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell, okay? Scorpio, I thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate your patience. I can't wait to edit this. It's going to take a while. Anyway, I will see you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye.